Welcome to the Texas Goat Radio Show. I'm your host, Pretorius. This is part one of 1781 live stream by Owen Benjamin.
What's up, everybody? What's going down? George is here. Hey, George. Georgie. So I got a funny one for you today. Jack O'Bad has a sketch I haven't seen yet, but hopefully it's not horrible. Zerka goes on Jesse Lee Peterson and attempts to explain the Trinity. The Ginger south of Richmond is signed with a talent agency. We're going to talk about the future of 501c3s, what the government is. What is racism? Oh, new shirt, by the way. Racism. We'll get to that. Joe Rogan was spotted in drag at a baseball game, allegedly. The moment Jordan Peterson sold his soul. And yeah, let's just have a good time. I'm very excited about today. Hey, everybody. And why comedy can't be used the way people think it can. That Rogan.
And why comedy can't be used. Who wants to take bets that he's going to say you can't use comedy to manipulate people? Pretty much the same way he came back in the original Baratoria land scheme, investment scheme, whenever he said, I'm going to tell y'all why stealing isn't even possible.
You want to start with that one, Codsworth? Okay, so Joe Rogan has been spotted undercover in drag with Brian Callen at a baseball game. As you can see, there's Joe Rogan and Brian Callen. I don't know if that actually is him. That looks exactly like him. Someone sent me that, and I couldn't stop laughing. I mean, I wouldn't be surprised if that's Joe Rogan and his side piece.
He likes to visualize his father figures in drag for some reason. I wonder if that's some form of insight into his childhood or his own personal relationship with his own father figure.
That could be Tony Hinchcliffe in a wig. I have no idea. These people have gone batshit insane. Taking the ticket is not what you think it is. You will not end up happy at all. And that is something that you can try to explain to people, but they absolutely will not believe you until they actually do it. So there's no way to just explain it to people. It's like, yeah, if you take that ticket, you're not going to be happy. But if I'm in my mansion, I'll always be happy. Well, no, it's the opposite, actually. So, you know how I've been making...
Very few real people I've ever met in my life have ever thought that way. I'm not saying that across the board, because besides Houston, I've never really lived in a huge city. Whenever I lived in Houston, I didn't really talk to that many people. But I mean, I could be wrong. I'm slowly realizing as I'm getting older that my social reach in real life is not near as big as it used to be. And so some of the comments that I make are, how would you say that? Echo chambered, probably.
One of the ginger south of Richmond, the dead-eyed ginger, was saying, I've been selling my soul, drinking Mountain Dew, sucking my dick, there ain't nothing I can do.
So, less than 4 minutes, guys, if you got your bingo card out.
Okay, and people go, no, Big Bear, you don't...
That's part of the whole vulgarity, the old less than 4 minutes for him to verbalize porn.
You're just jealous. Some guy on Twitter told me I was jealous because he's taking the crown I have of the exiled countryman in the woods. Well, he just signed with UTA. UTA's clients include companies and figures in the world of sports. On the music side, that includes Lizzo, Post Malone, Paramore, Cardi B, Karol G, the Jonas Brothers, Lil Nas X. Okay, so just so you guys understand what's now.
My personal opinion, I didn't really read the entire list, but Post Malone is one of those guys that I didn't see coming, but once I caught some of his live performances, I'm honestly pretty impressed by Post Malone.
Happening, which I called exactly that would happen. I thought he was going to sign with CAA, but it's UTA. He's now represented globally by the same people who represent the guy that did a gay lap dance on.
I wonder why he would think that CAA would have signed him. I know that whenever he was signed with CAA, Hillary Clinton was signed with CAA. And so, I mean, there's a whole lot to speculate with that, I think.
Satan. How far are you willing to go with the humiliation? You know what I mean? And don't say I didn't. Dude, I warned people literally 2 weeks ago, right when it happened. And it was like 2 total months ago it started. I'm like, listen.
I saw the post whenever, what's his name? Anthony. I can't think of his name. Y'all know who I'm talking about. The rich men of of Richmond. He said that he signed with that company because he's got a tour coming up and he just couldn't logistically work it out. And so there's 2 guys out of Nashville that he's working with.
The lyrics, look at how it's fake marketed, blah, 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 blah. His uncle is the lawyer for Joe Rogan. This is all fake. He's now doing mass migration talking points on the Daily Wire. This is all fake. And everyone's like, he speaks to my heart. He speaks to my soul. Okay, well now buckle up for some humiliation because it's gonna start rolling in fast and urinary tract deflation. Well, no, we used to call UTA UTI because they're so dirty, insanely embarrassing. Yeah, but they got to just keep rolling with it. But they're like, no, but you're just fucking jealous that somebody gets more attention than you. It's kind of like when
that's honestly how it comes across. Now I don't know. There's probably a lot of people out there that honestly think that the dude might be a plant or whatever, but. I mean, maybe not.
When Squirtus Mo,
I do think that Owen comes across as somebody that is extremely jealous. That's why he can't actually say another man's real name or respected name, whatever they call themselves. He's always got to throw some kind of twist on there, or lisp, whatever you want to call it.
Said that I was just jealous of Jordan Peterson. Would you like to see the moment when Jordan Peterson sold out? Top Goy reports the moment when he sold out. He thought about it. He weighed the truth and integrity against his personal wealth and possibility of being silenced, and then he submitted to evil. This is a moment in time where a man had a choice and was defeated by the moment of the choice. Here we go.
Just like most of this, Jewish individuals are overrepresented in the ownership and senior staffing of the U.S. news media. The news media also is inexplicably hostile towards Russia. If the current warmongering against Russian Christians is in any way motivated by the same ethnic hatred that ultimately motivated the Holodomor, we must face that truth honestly. So here's my question. If Jewish individuals hated Christian Ukrainians enough to starve millions of them to death, could the same thing happen today? Could Jewish individuals use their position of power to seek out revenge against places like Europe and Russia that have a history of expelling Jews? Thank you again for your work. Remember Rule 9, it's like, maybe there's something here that you don't know about, And I intend to just speak the truth.
Anyway, that's a lie. He actually translated the book 200 Years Together by Solzhenitsyn. He not only has read the book, he translated. Or no, did he translate it? He posted and distributed the translated version before signing with CAA. Okay? So this is his response. So his response was, I can't do it. And some people would say, well, Big Bear, why do you have to be such an antagonistic piece of shit? I mean, what harm is it to just not address that? I don't know. Since that happened, has there been a war with Russia and Ukraine? Have 250,000 men died? That's what you're selling your soul for. That's why you're paid so much, is death.
This is another example of Owen not standing on anything. He doesn't care about this whatsoever. He's a provocateur. It is, in my personal opinion, that he honestly does not care. He picks headlines. He picks things that could get traction based on his own filthy, vulgar deceitful, grift, and just goes with it. He doesn't stand for anything.
Literal death and destruction. If you could have a conversation about that and say, well, yeah, there seems to be so all these people now bitching about Ukraine, like Squirt of Stone, all these guys will be like, why are we sending money to Ukraine to fight Russia? We should have this money sent to Maui. And blah, blah, blah. Yeah. But when did it start, dummy? More than 500,000 dead. Yeah. When did it start? It started with public intellectuals not addressing the root causes that eventually fanned into the flames of war. And so when Squirt is...
So he's honestly blaming war on public intellectuals. Is there something that I'm missing with that? That would be, to be honest with you, one of the reasons why I think that he's making that stance is because he considers himself a public intellectual. And so he's trying to cast his own shadow into that realm, saying, hey, no, give me attention because I could stop war. Another savior complex by Owen Benjamin, or another aspect of his savior complex. This is the Texas Goat Radio Show, and I'm your host, Pretorius. As always, till next time.